Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Grinkmeyer.
I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm 78 years old. Over the last 32 months, I've built a YouTube channel that generates me somewhere in the neighborhood of $472,000 a year. Let's start with our goal here in mind. I want to teach you how to do what I have done. I want to help you, if you are in social media, to monetize your channel. My channel is built around the framework right now that every view that I get is worth 11 cents. So with that in mind, I know that I have a business right now that is worth $1,653,750. That's if I have an exit strategy. We'll get into that at a later time. But the key is, why have I been able to do this and maybe you haven't? Or maybe you've exceeded what I have done. I believe the difference is I'm 78 years old. I've been in the business world for the most of my life, and I know how to monetize a YouTube channel. I've learned how to do that and to maximize that monetization because I've been in the business before. But let's go back. Let's first of all decide or understand who I am. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. I was born on September the 5th, 1944. I'm dyslexic. I barely made it out of high school. I went to Ball State University because it was a land-grant college in Indiana, and they had to take me. I was told by a counselor, you will flunk out in the first quarter because you can't read. I didn't understand why I couldn't read. I now know I'm dyslexic, and I made my way through economics class to get myself a B so I could stay in school. I'll tell you that story another time. Why did I build a YouTube channel? That's a long story, but I'll make it as quick as possible. I lost my daughter to cancer. Nita and I lost our daughter to cancer on December the 26th, 2014. I had lost my mother to cancer in 1953 when I was 8 years old. My daughter Shannon died of cancer and left behind a son that was 8 years old. I parted ways with God. How the hell could God do this to me twice? And so I separated. At that point, my wife found that I became unlivable with. So she told me, either find something to do or find someplace else to live. That took me into real estate. Real estate took me into video. Video took me into YouTube. On January the 2020, I got my first monetization check from YouTube. It was for $18. I built upon that by sharing my knowledge and sharing my passion and sharing my life with my viewers. I have now built that to $1 million business. Why am I telling you this? Because I went to a meeting 2 weeks ago in Orlando for a company or a conference called FinCon. Fin standing for finance, con standing for, I guess, conference or social media. It was roughly 2,000 people there who were involved in various elements of social media. I realized very quickly that 95% of them were half my age. I realized very quickly they had talent, they had energy, they had compassion, they had desire to succeed. What they lacked was knowledge of how to grow a business and how to monetize a business. So I came back and I said, Kerry, why are you doing this? And I said, because I want to help people make better financial decisions, learn our tax code, and accumulate wealth. I said to myself, is there anything more you can do? And I said, yes. I can help those 2,000 young people monetize what they have built and what they are striving to build. I can share my business knowledge and I can help them build $1 million business. Well, how could you do that, Kerry? You have a YouTube channel. You put out a video every day, one video a day. You put it out at 7 a.m. every morning. That leaves 23 hours of potential other presenters. What if you could help them get exposure from your 170,000 subscribers and your 350,000 a month views? What if you could help them tell their story? What if you could help young man I met who worked in a movie theater and then in his spare time flipped goods and flipped houses, and in a matter of years became financially independent? I met him at a group where we talked about financial independence, retire early. What if you could teach him how to broaden his audience, broaden his scope, and monetize what he's doing? How do you get him to understand that what he owns is not a matter of views, but what he owns is the minds and the desires of those people who are on his Instagram channel? And because he owns that, there are manufacturers, there are bankers, there are all kinds of people who want to take advantage of what he has, and that is an audience. So I have decided what I'm going to do is change my YouTube channel to a YouTube station. What do I mean by that? In 1952, my father brought home a black and white TV. He set it in our living room. We invited all the family over, and at 5 o'clock, that TV lit up. And we watched it until 10 o'clock when it shut down and came to a test pattern. And from 10 p.m. till 5 p.m. the following day, it showed a test pattern. That's exactly what my YouTube channel is doing. Oh, yes, you can access, but I only put out one video a day. What if I put out 24 videos a day? What if I found young people who had something to share, who had knowledge and experience and had good abilities to talk to the camera and to relate to people in the world? What if I could help them achieve what I've achieved? What if I could help them build $1 million business, a $1,653,750 business? What if I could do that? Would that make me feel good? You bet it would. And so I've reached out to some of these people, and what I'm doing here today is reaching out to you. I want to help you. Life is not a competitive sport. It is a team sport. It's where if you'll work together, and I use your skills and you use my skills, we can all achieve so much more. We don't have to compete. If we could convince Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping and our senators and our representatives and our president, this is not a competitive sport. Life is a sharing sport, a team sport, where I take my talents and you bring your talents and we work for a common good. I have the belief that we have some people, some scientists, who are going to take cancer out of my body, so I don't die like my mother did and like my daughter did and my father did. I believe that's part of the team sport, and that's part of what I want to share on my YouTube channel. I want the cowboy in Texas to share his skills that he's acquired on how to evaluate a home to determine if, in fact, it's a good flip or it's a good home to bring into your real estate portfolio. I met a girl just the other day who went blind. But what she's recognized is that her sense of smell has increased dramatically. I want her to come on to my station and share her knowledge of how to buy and invest in good wines, how to buy and invest in good liquors. Wouldn't that be something that you might be interested in? Wouldn't that be a great addition to Best of Us Investors? And we could grow together. We can share in the revenue that we generate together. And then they can take that new popularity that they have acquired on their own channels, and I can teach them how to monetize it over there. What if we became exactly what CBS, NBC, and ABC, and Fox became, where we bring talent to the forefront, sell advertising around it, and all have a better life, all achieve our goals, all share our knowledge and our experiences? Wouldn't that be better than the route my generation went down? My generation, who 40% have saved nothing for retirement. Wouldn't it be great if we taught these people to do better? Wouldn't it be great if we saved that time slots from 6 o'clock in the evening till 10 o'clock at night for our headliners? And wouldn't it be great if Jeff Bezos raised his hand and said, Kerry, I want a slot. I want one day a week at 6 p.m. where I'll come and share my knowledge. And maybe Mark Cuban and maybe Elon Musk and maybe some of these young people who are becoming billionaires because of the new businesses they're creating. What if they wanted to share their knowledge and turn life into a team sport with no competition, just sharing, everybody benefiting from everybody's knowledge? Is that something I could do? Well, if I don't, damn it, somebody needs to. And so I've decided it's going to be me and you. And I'm going to ask you to go into the link and put and find the link that says, this is what I want to contribute. And then you write me and you tell me what it is you want to contribute and how I can help you get there. Share with me if you have an Instagram channel. Share with me if you have a fabulous Facebook group. Share with me if you have a podcast and you want exposure to my 170,000 subscribers. Because if we do this together, that 170,000 will turn into 1.7 million. If we have 1.7 million or 17 million, we've got $1 billion business. Okay? That's how I spend my life. How do you spend your life? What are your dreams? First of all, I got to share with you, you got to get rid of that unwanted roommate in your head that right now is telling you, I couldn't do that. I'm not capable of bullshit. Yes, you are. And get rid of that roommate. Get rid of those people who told you you weren't loved and you weren't worthy of it. You are. You've got something in you. God gave you an undiscovered ability, a unique talent. I think you're seeing mine. I have a unique talent. It took me 75 years to find it. And in 33 months, it turned into a $1,653,750 business. I project within the next 12 months, I will turn that into a $14,553,000 business. And ultimately, it's going to be $1 billion business. And I invite you to come take this ride with me because it's going to change the way the world thinks. Life is not a competitive sport. It is a team sport where we work together for common, and ultimately everybody wins. Okay? It doesn't have to be winners and losers. It took me 78 years to figure this out. It took those 2,000 young people at FinCon to open my eyes. But now they're open. I had eyelid surgery, by the way, to make that possible. I want to talk to you again. Go to the link. Send me your idea.